Hello everyone, welcome. So today I want to cover a very important topic, and it was a kind of question that one of my clients asked me. She also does do business coaching, and it involves a lot of mindset in there. I do a lot of emotional mastery coaching separately, and I also do have a business program, but my main focus is on self-development, self-mastery, all that stuff. One question she asked me was related to her own client, that what do you do when a self-limiting belief does not go away of the client? And I'm going to go through with you why that may happen, or how does that happen. Hey Aisha, hope you are well. So back in 2014, I will share my own story just so you can kind of get the grasp of it. Maybe you're in the same position, and this is what I did, and it will help you for sure as well. Hey Aisha, I am well, thank you so much. Good to see you here. So limiting beliefs are beliefs that you've just been saying to yourself over and over again that it was a decision first made, that something happened and you decided to say to yourself that I am not worthy, I'm not good enough, or I am not worthy of success. I hate rejection, I can't accept rejection. These things, so you start saying these things to yourself, you decide first, and because you've repeated it so many times in your mind or verbally, that it's become a belief, and it's part of you now, it's part of your personality right now, okay? So it's pretty much of an ingrained process. It's took you months, years, or decades, depending on how long you've been saying a limiting belief to yourself. I mean, the common ones that I'm just going to cover here are things like I'm not worthy of success, I'm too old, I'm too young, I'll never get out of debt, life is a struggle, I'm not organised, I'm not good at presenting. You see, these things that we keep on saying to ourselves, we start believing in it, and then believing in them, depending on how many you've got, and then it becomes your personality. And then it's like, okay, now I've got to do something in life, okay, which requires me to not have those limited beliefs, okay? Let me give you an example. When I was a nurse, I was okay with having those limiting beliefs of, I'll tell you what mine were. I'm afraid of being rejected, I'm fearful of what others will think, I'm not very good at following through, I'm not good at presenting. Okay, I'm just going to give you 4 of my limiting beliefs that I had back in 2014 when I did this exercise. I am going back a few years here for you guys, okay, so hopefully you'll find this valuable. So this was real and raw. This is my writing on here. I'm not going to show you the actual paper because it was a program that I first invested in. But these are the 4 limiting beliefs that I've highlighted. And back then, when I was a nurse, it's okay to have that fear of rejection, because I wasn't really prospecting. I wasn't in sales. I would rarely get rejected, okay, rarely. I don't think I ever did. I didn't need to have anyone say no to me, right? Patients used to just take the tablets, and if they didn't, there was a procedure that we had to follow, a risk assessment. It was never personal. Where I was in sales, because I decided to change my career, now suddenly I had to be okay with rejection. Suddenly I had to be okay with somebody saying no and not take it personal, right? So some limiting beliefs that you might have had a huge part of your life during a huge part of your life were probably not a hindrance to you until you decided to change a career path, until your life changed. Maybe you had kids and you struggled to get rejected by them, because the kids do reject you at times, right? When they say things like, I hate you, mom. It's like, oh, okay, I can't deal with this. So, and they mean nothing by it, they just say it because they just don't want to do something. So when life changes, your beliefs have to change with you, okay? So although those beliefs that I had here, I'm not good at presenting, I'm not an organised person, it wasn't a hindrance to me in my nursing career, okay? Presenting, I never really had to present much. Maybe once or twice I did when I was training. Organised person, that was on a personal level. Where I was at work, I was organised, okay, as much as I could be at the time. So these were beliefs that I had come into business, come into entrepreneurship, I have to be okay with rejection. I have to be good at presenting like this. I have to be good at organisation because I am self-employed now. I've got no boss. I've got no structure. Somebody can't hand me a structure and say this is what you've got to do, which is what I had at my job. I had a list of things that I had to do every single day. I had to tick off the diary, tasks in the diary. So somebody was doing that for me, and all I had to do was do it. Whereas now in business, I have to do all the organisation. Okay, I had to get good at following things through. Something I was not always good at. Like if I'm invested in a course, I gotta be okay. I gotta be good at following myself through the course to get the best out of it. If I've invested in a coach, I gotta follow myself through the ups and downs of emotional coaching, right? Because that's part of the game. If I've seen everything through I had to do, okay, I'll get good at now that my career has changed, my life has changed, okay? So those beliefs I had to get rid of. So first find out your limited beliefs. What are they? Okay? And the reason why, back in 2014, when I did this exercise, part of a program, my beliefs did not go because fear of rejection was still in me up until 2018. That was 4 years after doing this course. It was still in me, and my coach, who it was a class of 5 of us, and there was 3 coaches and 1 main coach. He said to me, people that have fear of rejection have back pains. That was crazy because I had back pains a lot, and I used to think it was because I was nursing and because I was always heavy lifting when I was 17 in a nursing home. Maybe that's why it is. Maybe that's why I get back pains. But suddenly, when I got rid of my fears, specifically on rejection, my back pain went as well. The top part of the back pain went as well. So what a link the mind has, okay? So first look at your limiting beliefs. This is what you got to do. Is there an emotion attached to the belief? Is there an emotion attached to the belief? Because being afraid of being rejected is a belief, but it's also a negative emotion. It's a fear. I'm afraid of rejection. I'm fearful of rejection. It's a fear. So the reason why this didn't work for me was because I had to really get rid of the negative emotion first. And I had to do it unconsciously, subconsciously, not consciously. So this is the key, and this is the key to everything that we are taught when it comes to affirmations, when it comes to even writing down your goals every day. Because you've had that belief for years or decades, you've now got to put in a new belief that will only come into you as a belief, like a new decision. I am worthy, I can present, I am organised, if you keep on repeating it to yourself to some extent, as long as you don't have a fight going on in your head. Like if you say to yourself that I am worthy, and then the other part of you says no, you're not, you're not, then you got to stop that. Because every time you say I'm worthy, and then you get this voice, you're not, you're having this fight, and it's almost like you're self-hypnotizing yourself. You're saying the wrong affirmation to yourself, even though you're not consciously saying it. This shows, okay, this is where we're going deep, and hopefully it's not too deep. This shows that your mind is a master over you. Currently, your mind has become a master over you to the point where it's telling you what to think, what to believe. And that happens 99.9% of the times. We first have to break free from being a slave to the mind. No one teaches us how to do that in school or anywhere, generally speaking. Okay? We generally are just, life's happening to us and we react, we respond in a way that is from that. Okay, she made me do this, he made me do that, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that didn't happen, I wouldn't have got this belief. If I wasn't bullied in school, I wouldn't have got the belief of not being picked on. So for example, I'm not good at presenting came to me when I had to present in school, and I was really crap at it. I was really bad at it. And then people laughed at me and they were judging me in school. Okay, now I know the possible cause to it. How do I get out of that? How do I get out of that now? Okay? If I keep telling myself, which is what this program did, which is okay to do. It is okay to do. I do that now, but I've had a breakthrough. I've released myself from negative emotions, which is basically to flip the belief. You gotta say to yourself, I am really good at presenting. Okay? You gotta change your belief to a suggestion that you want. So I am organised. I am great at presenting. I am very good at following through. I am I am grateful and unfearful of rejection. So those are the flips that I had to do. From being those 4 beliefs that I told you, I had to flip them over. Then I had to ask myself questions. How can I become more organised? How can I become more confident? Which is great. Then you get an action steps to move forward. But this is it. If your mind, again, I'm coming back to the basic, if your mind has been a master to you, telling you how to feel, what to believe, and then suddenly you're telling it to believe these new suggestions on purpose without anything happening around you, then it's going to rebel. It's going to say, no, you're not. No, you're not. You're just lying. Okay? Or something like that around those words. First, you're going to first go back to subconsciously, you're going to go back to the time when you first decided I'm not good at presenting, or I'm not good at rejection. I've got a fear on rejection. You're going to first go back to the negative emotion that is attached to the belief, the limiting belief. If the limiting belief gives you a negative feeling like sadness, fear, or frustration, stress, which can happen as well, then you've got to first eliminate those emotions. That is not going to happen through conscious programming, because your conscious mind is only 5% of everything. So you've got this little minion which is trying to say I am good enough, but you've got this huge 95% of your subconscious mind or unconscious mind saying that no, you're not, because for years you've told me something else. So it's like a fight between a minion and a huge army. Right, what you got to do first? Well, then, you can't. Like I said, you can constantly keep telling it. It'll take years, and then until you start believing in it and start producing work like that, and start seeing the results that you are good. Like I said, it's really hard to do that, because I could have done it in 2014. I could have done it through this program. Not easy to do. Not easy to do when your mind's becoming your master. So you first got to literally, this is so I'm trying to make it creative. So your conscious mind is saying, I am good enough, and your unconscious mind is saying, well, no, you're not, because this is why you've been, so it's like a battle between armies that are not even the same. What you got to do is, instead of making this, change your programming, you got to make this change your programming. You got to make this change. You got to tell this new programming. Get straight to the unconscious, subconscious mind. 95% of you is that. So change that, then try to change this one little minion. Right? Change the full army. So when you hire a coach perhaps, or anything that you feel is best for you, reprogram that. Get the negative emotions out. Get the limiting beliefs out. So you literally have to limit. You've got to list every limiting belief once you release the emotions. Because if the emotions are still present with the belief is not going to go anywhere. It's still going to be there, because we are emotional beings. We feel more. So it's, law of attraction. If you feel more, you attract. You attract what you feel. So if you are feeling, I'm not good enough, and it's a huge negative feeling inside your body, you're attracting more of that feeling. You're attracting more events in your life, or new events in your life, to recreate that same emotion. So you first have to release yourself from the negative emotion that limiting belief gives you. Then this will work. Then this exercise will work, because then you list, this is what we generally do in coaching calls, in one-on-one coaching calls. We list all of the limiting beliefs the client has or comes up with. If there's a negative emotion attached to that limiting belief, we first get rid of the negative emotion that is attached to the belief, and 9 times out of 10 the belief goes as well. Because when we bring in the positive suggestions, which is what this course said, How can I be more prosperous? I am organised, right? I am good at presenting or great at presenting. Then your mind is not battling with you because it's healed. It says yes. And I'm telling you this from my own example. This is why I have picked up my 2014 course. Again, I'm not going to show you the pictures because the man is amazing, the coach is amazing. It's a program. He hasn't got into my head to tell me all this. Okay, it's me. During this program, I was working with my 5% mind, the conscious mind. My unconscious mind was still programmed. I'm not good enough. I'm not good at presenting. I'm not good at organisation. It was too big to battle, right? I was trying to make this little thing of me get into that, and it was just failing, and it was just failing. It was only until I had a coach who told me what to do. Get into my mind, release the negative emotions that I've got attached to those beliefs. Then the beliefs, most of them disappeared, and whatever was still there, we hit it step by step. All of them had to go, because even if you left one, it would still sabotage. Okay, and I'll tell you one thing: limiting beliefs never always go away completely. So you're never going to be like, oh, I'm free from limiting beliefs, because like I said to you, if you are growing your business, if you are growing yourself, if life is giving you more challenges, then you've got to increase your self-development higher. You become a mother, you've got to be a different person with different beliefs, different beliefs, more beliefs, right? Higher beliefs. So then, if, like I said, when I was nursing, those limiting beliefs didn't affect me. But when I came into business, they did. So now every time I'm growing my business, my life, I'm getting more responsibilities, which I literally have had more this year. I got to keep on growing myself. Another limiting belief comes, and I've got to tackle it. But I can do it way better now, because my mind has been my slave recently. Okay, I haven't let it tell me what to do. Okay, it's constant. It's consciousness. You're increasing your consciousness. You're aware of your thoughts. You're aware of your feelings, and you're thinking, okay, so why am I feeling this? What do I need to do? Why is this coming here? Okay, so I need to work on this, because my life now is telling me to grow more. If I want to do offline events, for example, and do workshops that are offline, I've got to be a different person, more of a different person. Then if I have any lingering beliefs, they'll go. So your limiting beliefs never ever go. Okay, I just want to say that you just have to keep on working at them. They'll come, and you tackle them. And if you've been doing this long enough, you'll be able to do it consciously, because that person, that's 5% of you, is incongruent more with that 95%. You're not battling anymore. You're literally telling it what to do, because it's listening to you now. It's not taking over you, right? Let me give you an example. I literally had to pick my 10-year-old on this, and I had to say to her, no, I want you to change this now, because that's when your program starts. Okay, my two girls. So one of them, oh my god, it was so funny. Okay, and it is kind of on topic as well, but I want to share with you how this starts and how it can just change, because somebody mentioned, I wish my kid was listening to you right now. So hopefully this will help any children as well, or the mums. We were walking to the shops. My younger child, she is just crazy the way she dressed herself. She had a waterproof pants on, and she had a summer dress on, which was 3/4, so you can see the waterproof pants. She had a winter hoodie on at the same time. She looked so funny. Like, you can imagine, it was hot as well that day. And I said, why are you wearing waterproof pants for? It's not raining, it's not wet, you're not doing anything. She goes, oh mum, well, if I fall, then then I won't get hurt. Okay, so she walked out like that, and I let her be, because I didn't know what else to say. She did look a bit silly, but she was okay with it. Because I don't care, mum, I'm gonna go with it, right? So she was walking out. It was pretty hot that day, and there was two girls, teenagers, said, oh my god, what is she dressed like? Is she not hot? Like, she's got a winter hat on, a fluffy hat on. And I goes, no, she's happy, she's okay. She seems like she's okay. And my little girl didn't hear that comment, but I did. My older daughter did. And my older one was 10. She literally said to my son, why is that? Take off your hat. Take off your hat, because that girl just said that. I goes, no, Faiza, she doesn't need to take off a hat because that girl made that comment. That's up to her. That's her opinion. Her opinion should not affect your sister, and it should not affect you as well. So I made sure she had a hat on, and she is how she wants to be. She's not doing anything wrong. She's not affecting anybody negatively. She's not affecting anybody really, or the environment negatively. She's literally just dressed the way she is. She's happy with it. Yeah, she looks a bit abnormal because it was really hot, but that's what I want her to do. I want her to be okay with doing what she's doing, so she doesn't care about people's opinions. But this is it. If I didn't pick that one thing from my oldest daughter, she would have let other people's opinions get to her, and her limiting beliefs may have started from there, because most of my limiting beliefs were created from other people most of the time. I didn't want to be that way, but they came to me, you see, right? So opinions, yes, opinions. When we let other people's opinions get to us, that's when our beliefs start. A couple of years ago, I had one person in my affiliate marketing business say to me, we did a boot camp, an 8-week boot camp, and it was so value based. It was huge. But the only problem was it was just 8 weeks. It should have been 12 months because growth needs to happen, right? And I got one comment from somebody who had huge success from the boot camp as well. Like, she was in profit. She had found her niche, was really raving about this boot camp that we did. But she somehow had let her ego get in the way because she didn't want to give somebody else, what's the word? Credit for her success. That does happen as well. And she said to me, Naz, that boot camp was too long. It wasn't good. It should have been shorter. And if I let her opinion get to me, I would not have been here 2 years later, right? Because that boot camp was amazing. I actually created another course after that, and that course has had so much feedback. People are saying it should be worth more. You should be getting more than what we're paying for. You should charge more, right? But that's it. That's what we do. We let other people's opinions get to us. That becomes a belief. Because if I said, oh, I'm not good enough, oh, that course wasn't good, I'm not a good trainer, I'm not a good coach, that could have dwelled, and it did affect me a little bit. This was 2 years ago. It did affect me a little bit. I'm going to say that as well. Since then I've had coaching. But it didn't stop me. So yes, you will have negative opinions, negative people come into your life, and it will affect you a little bit if it does, but you pick yourself back up. You keep on going. Because if I had stopped, no way I would have had this program that I have right now, and no way I would have been able to help the people that I'm helping right now. So opinions usually cause the limiting beliefs in us from other people that have got their own stuff that they haven't dealt with, and they're projecting that stuff on other people, and then they have to deal with it because they don't think, oh, it's me. No, it was them. All the way along, it was them, because you can only give what you have. You can give feedback to people, but you can't just say, oh, that was crap, after getting results as well. So it just shows that you've got a lot of stuff inside you as well that need to be dealt with. So I hope this was useful. Just to summarise, because I do go on a lot. These are not scripted. I literally have a question here. I might do a little bit of points, but I'll let it be. I'll let myself be guided to serve you the best way I can. My nose is good now. Excuse me. So, what to do if a limiting belief does not go away? First, see if there is a negative emotion attached to the belief. The only way you're going to be able to identify that is if you increase your self-awareness by knowing what's going on in your body. Because if you identify it, and then, okay, so I'm talking about this thing, how does it make me feel? I'm talking about this belief, where do you think it came from? When you get this limiting belief, how do you feel? If there's a negative feeling, that negative feeling needs to be removed unconsciously, subconsciously, okay? There. And then, see if the limiting belief is still there. If it is, eliminate that subconsciously as well. Ideally with a coach who's trained in that field. A coach who has overcome their own limiting beliefs as well, right? So, and then you consciously can do things. You get excited. You know, things like what I'm looking at my notepad here. Things like what Think and Grow Rich say. God, I can't remember the name of the guy now. Think and Grow Rich. What's his name? Napoleon Hill. What Napoleon Hill says, write down your goals as if they're done. Then you get excited when you're writing down your goals every day and you're writing them down as if they're done, because you believe in it more. The last thing you want to do is write down, I am so happy and grateful now that I've got 50 clients paying me X amount of money and I've got this and this and this, I'm making this impact, right? The last thing you want to do is your mind say, no, you haven't. This is BS. This is not real. Get out of the dream world. The last thing you want to do is that pattern to come. That pattern needs to go. Because every time you are writing down affirmations or writing down your goals as if they're done, then that negative pattern is repeating itself. You are literally reprogramming again and again what you don't want. That self-talk has to be gone. It has to be gone. Yeah, that's what I want to say now. I don't want to go too much into this today. Maybe next time. Let me know in the comment section how you feel about this. If you feel like you're doing it really consciously and you want some guidance on getting a coach to help you release the limiting beliefs subconsciously or unconsciously, then you can reach out to myself as well. I can definitely direct you to whatever you need. You might need a coach, you might not. We'll see. You can definitely reach out to me. I will catch you later.